talk about the movement lawyers, Donald Hollowell and Howard Moore.
Attorney Hollowell, we called him Chief because he was not only handling our cases, but he became very instrumental in handling the cases for Charlene Hunter Galt and for Hamilton Homes when they integrated the University of Georgia. And because of his big booming voice, and Howard was a protege of his, and he was young, of course, and he could relate to us when there were some disputes about what we could do and what we couldn't do, because we still thought that we were, the best things on the block. At that age, you think you're smarter than everybody else, but he was a stabilizing force. And along with Vernon Jordan. Vernon was in fact, Vernon grew up not far from here. He married the girl across the street, and that was like a dream wedding that we all went to as teenagers and thought that was the most wonderful thing in the world. But getting back to the story of the lawyers, however, when my brother integrated Georgia Tech, Attorney Hollowell, Chief Hollowell, was also our family attorney, and we were close up until the day that he passed. And he was a very quiet, very studious person, and knew the law and knew the people who could affect change.
We interviewed Judge Horace Ward
Okay,
last
great.
week, and he gave some great stories too. Freedom Riders.
This picture that we have here is a picture of the first Freedom Ride that was planned. That was before the really ugly one. When they were passing through, this was symbolic of the joining of the Atlanta movement along with SNCC in support of the Freedom Riders. And they were going to come. They brought a special bus down from Washington, and we met them at the terminal. And many of us were graduating from college at the time and going, various places. But we were real happy to see that the SNCC and other students who followed behind us, they call themselves the foot soldiers, were carrying on. And Rubidar Smith, who was very active from Spelman within our organization, became one of the leaders in SNCC and one of the well-known freedom fighters. And I think we were the only two sister teams that with the Marianne Wright and her sister and my sister were involved in the movement. But we were not a part of the actual bus ride for the Freedom Riders, because I left the city in 1962 after I got married.
Did you want to talk about the desegregation of Grady Memorial?
Wasn't here.
Yeah, that's later on. Dr. King's speech at War Memorial.
Oh, that was very interesting. He was going to be the mediator, and he really was. It could have gotten very, very ugly. But it was more of a struggle in the black community than it was with the white community, because there was